Deep in the heart of Africa, where the sun-kissed plains meet the misty mountains, lies a land of vibrant beauty and captivating history. This is Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, a name bestowed upon it by none other than Winston Churchill himself. Journey with me now as we explore the epic tale of this nation, from its ancient kingdoms to the momentous day it claimed its place on the world stage. From the snow-capped peaks of the Rwenzori Mountains to the sprawling shores of Lake Victoria, Uganda is a land of incredible natural wonders. Its lush forests teem with life, home to gorillas, chimpanzees, and a kaleidoscope of bird life. Lions roam the savannas, while elephants thunder across the plains. But Uganda's true riches lie not just in its natural beauty, but in the spirit of its people and the depths of its history. Get ready, because we are about to embark on a journey through time. We'll meet legendary kings and courageous freedom fighters. We'll witness the rise and fall of empires, the clash of cultures, and the unyielding spirit of a people determined to forge their own destiny. Our adventure begins thousands of years ago, long before the arrival of Europeans, in a time when powerful kingdoms ruled the land. Join me as we delve into the heart of Uganda's past and uncover the stories that have shaped this remarkable nation. Imagine a time before written history, a time of oral traditions passed down through generations. This is where the story of Uganda begins, with the rise of powerful kingdoms that shaped the destiny of the land. Among these, the kingdom of Buganda stands tall, a testament to the ingenuity, organization, and military prowess of its people. Located on the fertile shores of Lake Victoria, Buganda's strategic location and sophisticated political system allowed it to flourish. The Kabaka, or king, ruled with the support of a council of chiefs, creating a hierarchical structure that ensured stability and effective governance. Buganda's influence extended far beyond its borders, impacting trade, culture, and the very fabric of Ugandan society. But Buganda was not alone. Neighboring kingdoms like Bunyoro, Toro, and Ankole added their own unique threads to the rich tapestry of Uganda's past. Bunyoro, known for its powerful Omukama, king, controlled vital salt works and engaged in extensive trade. Toro, nestled in the foothills of the Rwenzori Mountains, developed a distinct cultural identity, while Ankole, with its vast cattle herds, represented a different facet of Ugandan life. These kingdoms, though often rivals, were bound together by a common heritage, a shared language, and a deep connection to the land. They traded with each other, fought wars for dominance, and forged alliances that would shape the political landscape for centuries to come. Their stories, passed down through generations, provide a glimpse into a time long ago, a time when the drums echoed across the savannah and the kingdoms of Uganda stood as beacons of power and civilization. The 19th century brought a new chapter to Uganda's story, one marked by both exploration and exploitation. European powers, driven by a thirst for knowledge, resources, and imperial expansion, set their sights on the African interior, forever altering the destiny of the continent. Among them were British explorers like John Hanning Speke and Henry Morton Stanley, who ventured into the heart of Africa, seeking the source of the Nile. Speke, in 1862, became the first European to set eyes on the majestic Lake Victoria, which he believed to be the source of the Nile. Stanley followed, confirming Speke's findings and further solidifying European interest in the region. These expeditions, while significant from a geographical standpoint, also opened the door to a new era, one that would see the encroachment of European influence and the gradual erosion of Uganda's independence. The arrival of traders and missionaries, close on the heels of explorers, signaled a shift in the balance of power. Trading posts were established, and the allure of European goods began to permeate Ugandan society. Missionaries, driven by a desire to spread Christianity, established missions and schools, introducing new religious and cultural concepts that would have a profound impact on Ugandan society. The seeds of colonialism had been sown, and it was only a matter of time before Uganda, like many other African nations, would find itself drawn into the embrace of a foreign empire. The stage was set for a clash of cultures, a struggle for control, and a fight for the very soul of a nation. Section 4. Seeds of Dissent. A Nation Awakens. As the 19th century gave way to the 20th, Uganda found itself firmly under the grip of British colonial rule. The once powerful kingdoms, now stripped of their autonomy, chafed under the restrictions imposed by their foreign overlords. The British, eager to exploit Uganda's resources and strategic location, implemented policies designed to assert their control and maximize profits, often with little regard for the needs or desires of the Ugandan people. Resentment towards British rule simmered beneath the surface, fueled by forced labor, heavy taxation, and the loss of traditional power structures. The flame of resistance, however, was fanned by a growing awareness of the injustices inherent in colonial rule and a yearning for self-determination. Ugandans, inspired by the echoes of freedom movements sweeping across the globe, began to find their voice, demanding a say in their own destiny. Early forms of resistance were subtle yet significant. Religious leaders, often seen as figures of authority and trust, played a crucial role in mobilizing opposition. They used their pulpits to denounce the injustices of colonial rule, inspiring their congregations to resist. Educated Ugandans, exposed to new ideas through missionary schools and contact with the outside world, formed political organizations and newspapers, providing platforms for dissent and spreading the message of self-rule. The seeds of a nationalist movement had been sown, taking root in the hearts and minds of a people determined to break free from the shackles of colonialism. The struggle for independence would be long and arduous, but the spirit of resistance, once ignited, would prove impossible to extinguish. Section 5. The March to Freedom. Leaders and Legacies. The fight for Ugandan independence gained momentum in the decades leading up to the 1960s. A new generation of leaders emerged, men and women who had witnessed firsthand the injustices of colonial rule and who were willing to risk everything for the dream of a free Uganda. They came from all walks of life: teachers, lawyers, journalists, and chiefs, united by their unwavering belief in their nation's right to self-determination. Among these visionaries were figures like Ignatius Musazi, a charismatic leader who founded the Uganda National Congress, one of the earliest political parties advocating for independence. Benedicto Kiwanuka, a lawyer by training, emerged as another influential figure, leading the Democratic Party and championing a multi-party political system. These leaders understood the power of unity, recognizing that a divided nation stood little chance against the might of the British Empire. They forged alliances across ethnic and religious lines, emphasizing the common goal of freedom and inspiring a generation to rise up and claim their birthright. The road to independence was paved with protests, boycotts, and acts of civil disobedience. Ugandans from all walks of life joined the movement, demanding an end to colonial rule and a chance to shape their own future. The British, facing mounting pressure both domestically and internationally, gradually began to concede to the demands for self-governance. Finally, after decades of struggle and sacrifice, the dream of independence was within reach.